What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/Am I the Butthole? Alright, this story's called, Am I the Butthole for proposing to my girlfriend with a video game relic instead of a ring and refusing to buy a ring after? My girlfriend and I met in a Skyrim meme page in 2014 and have been together for 6 years. Last week was our anniversary and I decided I wanted to propose. Since we met via Skyrim, I thought I would promise with the Amulet of Mara, which is the symbol that someone is ready for marriage. She doesn't really wear jewelry or anything and has never shown me a ring she likes when we've talked about marriage, so I thought it'd be sweet to have something that brought us together. I set up this whole picnic with our favorite things, and when I proposed, she looked sad and asked about a ring. I told her I thought the Amulet of Mara was sweet because we met via Skyrim. The other day, she sat me down and said she thought the amulet was very sweet and she liked it, but she wanted to go ring shopping. I told her I already bought the necklace and I didn't see a reason for a ring, since I didn't propose with one. She said she really appreciated the sweet gesture, but she really wanted the traditional ring. We got in an argument, and it's been tense the last few days. Am I the butthole? Update, we talked. I bought her a ring. Thank you for the messages and judgment. Well, I guess we got our answer. He was the butthole. I mean, not saying he was a jerk, but that really shouldn't have led to an argument. You should be understanding. Dude, I'm just saying the Amulet of Mara is ugly, okay? I'm being real. Like, I like the idea. I like it in Skyrim. It's a cool thing, but it's not pretty. Like, you can't just, like, the point of a ring is that, like, well, it's small and it's pretty, and, like, it's not gonna clash with anything, really. But an Amulet of Mara? That's ugly. All right. Update. Am I the butthole for proposing to my girlfriend with a video game rally and revealing my ring when asked? Hello everyone. Here's a link to my previous post from a month ago in which I proposed to my girlfriend with the Amulet of Mara from Skyrim and was a big butthole, as many of you pointed out, because she wanted a more traditional ring. Well, here's an update for you. We got married. I realized pretty quickly after posting my original post that I was the butthole and my feelings were hurt because I'm an idiot. So we picked out a ring together, and in that, we decided, hey, let's just elope. So we both picked out a ring, and now we're married. Thank you for everyone who tried to knock some sense into me. I am very happy with my wife, and I'm glad we both got what we wanted. She also wore the amulet as we got married, but she didn't want me to post any of our actual wedding photos on the internet, so I'm just posting the rings. That's it. We're happy. A ring was bought, and now we're just enjoying nerdy married life. Edit, I removed the photo of our ring. I will not have people insult my wife. She is a ridiculously beautiful woman, but that isn't the most important thing. She is compassionate and smart as hell. She's the funniest person I know and has such quick wit she'll put you on your ass laughing. But you people can't get past her, I think, adorable hands, so no more photos. Sorry. Final edits. I'm not sure if this is allowed, and if not, I'm very sorry, but my wife created a Discord server for people who genuinely just want to see the rings, so message me if interested, I suppose. What happened? Are people being mean to her? Are they insulting her hands? What is wrong with people? Oh my god. See, this was such a wholesome post with wholesome things going on, and I was so happy for them. And y'all people on the internet, y'all jerks, insulting her hands. Were they too pretty for you? Too soft looking? You snowflake? Crybaby? Beautiful hands offend you? Well, facts don't care about your feelings, and neither does Zach's. So neither facts nor Zach's care about your feelings. I'm kidding. But don't be jerks. I'm so glad they got married. OP, you're a good person for growing up and realizing that you're a dingus and a doorknob, and I hope you guys have a very happy married life and lots of sweet rolls, and let's hope you don't end up like that family in that one freaking lighthouse in Skyrim where the freaking Falmer invaded their basement. I'm sorry, guys. I got sucked into this Elder Scrolls lore vortex rabbit hole thingamabob, and I haven't been able to escape. Alright, this story's called, Am I the Butthole for Not Siding with the Other Wives? Obligatory throwaway because I don't want this tied to my main account. Background. I've been with my husband for 6 years total, married for 2. We have no children and do not plan to. My 27 female husband, who's 32 male, has a group of guys that he's been friends with since elementary school. After college, they all moved back to the same area, and several of them rented a house together until they started getting girlfriends and moving out. After they moved out, they still had guys' night nearly every Friday until Brovid happened. They started back up a few months ago after restrictions in our area relaxed, and the majority of the guys started getting tested regularly because of their jobs. There is one single guy, let's call him Brandon, left in the group, and they meet at his house and hang out in the carport to drink a few beers and just shoot the crap. I've never had a problem with my husband, Wendell, going guys' night. He gets off work at 5 and is usually home no later than 8 every Friday. He never drives home drunk, and if he ever does have a few too many, I don't mind going to pick him up. I feel like I should note that we live the farthest away from Brandon's house, about 15 minutes. All the other guys live within walking distance of Brandon. Usually I bake cookies or other snacks for him to take with him to share with the guys. I also don't mind driving the other guys home if needed. If we have plans or anything, he doesn't go. Since the guys' night has resumed, the other wives have been complaining about it. We're friendly, but none of us are really good friends like our husbands are. We've tried to have a girls' night while the guys have their night, but most of them have kids, and we really don't have anything in common outside of our husbands. It was just awkward. One of the guys, Alex, is married to Fiona, sorry. That's the first name. And they have a 1-year-old baby. Fiona has been particularly vocal about not wanting Alex to be out every Friday, as she wants help at home. The other wives backed her up and started a group chat asking that we present a united front to cancel guys' night. Here's where I may be the butthole. I refuse to side with them. It gives me time to unwind after work, and it's become part of my routine. So when the other wives told their husbands that they didn't want guys' night to happen anymore, I told Wendell that I didn't feel the same way and he should keep going. He enjoys it and he should get to see his friends regularly. So after the confrontation, the other guys started in with, "Why can't you be cool like Wendell's wife?" Or, "She lets him go. She even makes his cookies and picks him up," etc. Alex apparently made the comment, "I wish I was still single like Brandon. He can do whatever he wants and I miss that." All the other wives are pissed at me, saying if we had been a united front like they planned, guys' night would either be canceled or a less frequent occurrence, once a month. So am I the butthole? Edit. Some info to clear up some assumptions I'm seeing in the comments. All the wives work. I do not know if the mom gets nights to themselves like the guys do. I do not know the details of their family dynamics. I do know all the wives have tried to have girls' nights amongst ourselves, and it didn't work because we have nothing in common. I'm pretty sure all the wives have other friends, but I do not know when or how often they do things outside of the home. I send cookies and treats because I make them for my blog, not just to make them for the guys. I did not respond to the original messages in the group chat. I found out that the wives confronted the guys via my husband. Edit 2. Wow! I logged back in this morning and I was completely overwhelmed. This got way more attention than I was expecting. Thank you for the awards. I've never gotten Reddit awards before. I showed this to my husband over breakfast this morning and his initial response was, "So does this mean you're Reddit famous?" But we agreed to read through the comments together tonight and try to come up with a solution to help ease some tension in his friend group. Thank you for all your input and apologies if I don't respond to your messages or comments. I have a busy work day and like I said, I was completely overwhelmed by the response. Okay, I gotta say this, guys. Freaking obviously OP's not the butthole here. She's being understanding. However, we do need to think about potentially why all the wives want to cancel guys' night. Now, I doubt it's just because like, oh, we don't like the guys having fun. Okay, we need to realize that. We can't just jump on, oh, they're jerks, they hate fun. We can't just jump to that conclusion because it is a possibility that a lot of the guys could be potentially evading responsibilities at home with the excuse of, it's guys' night, I'm going out. And the wife is just sitting there begging the husband to stay home while she's like waist deep in baby crap. Like, we don't know exactly what's going on. However, to want to outright cancel guys' night is not the good move. That's just, everyone needs their space. The guys and the girls, everyone needs, they need time to themselves. They need, to realize that, they're not just the person they are with their partner. Obviously, they do need to have a guys' night sort of thing because, they're friends. They gotta maintain a friendship. And both parties, everyone needs to understand the concept of compromise here because it seems like no one's willing to compromise. This story's called Update. Am I a butthole for not siding with the other wives? A lot has happened in the last 3 weeks, but I'm gonna try to condense it for the character limit. After reading all the replies together, Wendell and I decided it would be best for him to confront his friends, particularly Alex. He told them it wasn't cool to try to throw me under the bus with their wives, and that their wives, especially the ones with kids, need and desire time to themselves too. According to the guys, all the wives are getting time to themselves without the kids each week. Alex's wife Fiona getting the most time out of anyone. She works until 4 but doesn't pick up their baby until 7 every day. She has a workout class 3 times a week and a standing girls' night every Wednesday where she doesn't come home until 10 to 11 p.m. Alex picks up the baby on Wednesdays. Ooh! Wendell and I held a brief socially distanced get-together in our yard to clear the air. I confirmed what the guys had said about the wives getting time, and the wives admitted that they do, whether it's manicures, gym time, book club, etc. That's when I found out about Fiona's social schedule. They then confirmed that all the guys were attentive and involved dads. Oh! Wendell later told me he was sure his friends weren't complete crap bags, but was glad to have the reassurance. They erupted into a fight between Alex and Fiona, with Alex saying he only gets 1 hour a week to himself since he gets off at 7 and is home by 8. Fiona broke down and started screaming that it wasn't the time spent with his friends, but his comments the following days. She then turned on me, literally pointed and screamed that it was my fault, that during the lockdown, for the first time in over 5 years, she didn't have to listen to Alex talk about me all freaking weekend. I was shell-shocked and didn't know what to say, but Wendell jumped in and told her she could not talk to me like that, and she should probably leave before she said something she couldn't take back. Fiona left and Alex stayed. Afterwards, the other wives admitted they only agreed to the ultimatum after Fiona relentlessly persuaded and pushed them into it. I have never seen this side of Fiona before, so I had no idea she could be like this. Alex has been sleeping at Brandon's house for almost 2 weeks now. He's still been picking up and spending time with the baby, but he doesn't sleep at his house. He says they're gonna try therapy, and if that doesn't work, they'll probably separate. As much as I dislike the guy, I feel bad for him. Guys' night has resumed. I still send cookies, but Wendell says he doesn't bring me up and shuts the guys down if they try to talk about me. Wow! Okay, well, I honestly did not expect that ending. Okay, so they addressed literally all my concerns with the first story. And so it's clear who the butthole is here. Potentially, we don't know what exactly is going on between Fiona and Alex, but from what we've seen, Fiona's definitely a little cray-cray. Alex, he probably says some things he probably shouldn't, given what he said about, wanting to be single again. Oof. Bad idea to say that when you're in a relationship. I guess there's no other time to say that where it would actually make sense, because why would you wish you were single while you're single? It's weird. Alright, this story's called Am I the Butthole for Refusing to Put My Boyfriend on the Title of My House or Make Him a Beneficiary? Background. My boyfriend of over 3 years has been living with me for 18 months. We are both in our 30s, happy, and talk about how this is it for us, relationship-wise. We are in it for the long haul. Only problem, he does not want to get married, and I really do. Marriage is important to me. We have had a lot of talks recently, and his vibe is somewhere between not ready and commitment as far as marriage is stupid, so why bother? After many long discussions, I realized that I love him enough to stay and take marriage off the table, even though I want it. He says he doesn't know if he'll ever want to get married. Side note, we both do not want children. Now, the issue. I got paperwork for my insurance and was looking through it. I made a joke about how my parents are going to be really comfortable if I die, especially in an accident. They can mourn me in style because of my insurance policies and the added accidental death insurance I have. My boyfriend and I then got to talking, and he mentioned how I should really change my beneficiary to him. I said no, absolutely not. I told him that I would never make anyone who isn't blood or legal family my beneficiary. I said I would add him in the future if one day he decided he wanted marriage with me, but as it stands now, my insurance will remain as is. I also told him that since I own the house we live in myself, I bought it before we got together, that I would never add him to the title without marriage. Am I the butthole? He is now mad and saying I'm a butthole and holding marriage as a bargaining chip. We never have to get married, but I'm not comfortable tying him to my finances without being married. For added info, I also have a lot of money tied up in my house. He does pay me to live here. My mortgage is almost $1,200 and he pays me $400 a month towards that. I also have a lot of money invested in my house. When I bought it, I used $42,000 that I saved for the down payment. That was all my money and is now equity in the house that he had no part of. Are you inherently a butthole for saying no? No, you're not. However, you do really need to make sure he understands that you're not using it as a bargaining chip. And if he's refusing to understand that, even if you are calmly explaining to him and that you're not trying to make him feel bad about anything, you're just telling him how you feel, and he's still getting upset, well, that's on him. Alright, this story's called Update! Am I the butthole for refusing to put my boyfriend on the title of my house or make him a beneficiary? I listened to a lot of your feedback and talked to my boyfriend after my post. He seemed weird in our talk. He's been weird a lot lately, but I've been excusing it. He told me that he said to put him on as an insurance beneficiary partially as a joke. But then when I went off on my tangent, including offering up that he'll never go on my house title either, even though he never mentioned it, that he got offended and reacted poorly. He said he really did think that I was going off about all that in retaliation for his no to marriage talk, so he was left with a bitter taste, which I get. I can be more forceful than I realize, and I am naturally passive-aggressive. He said I didn't have to put him on anything, but he needs me to understand that I am it for him. He wants to make his life with me. Things seem to be better after this. That weekend, he asked if I wanted to go on a hike. It was peak season for leaves changing, and there is this waterfall he suggested we go to. We get to the waterfall, and he pulls an envelope out of his jacket with a tiny bow on it and says it's a present for me. I open it, and it's a receipt from a jewelry store. I was confused, but I see he had the date of purchase highlighted and circled with a heart. It was early August, before the talks we had, where he said he never wanted to get married. I turn around, and there he is with a ring. I said yes. He said he knew I would never believe that he had the ring before all this without the receipt. That his attitude and comments when I started asking about marriage was to fool me so I didn't get suspicious, because this was the plan all along. He wanted an autumn proposal in a beautiful location since it's my favorite season. Money he has been saving after moving in with me, since I charge him a smaller amount than he was previously paying, went to the ring. He saved money for over a year because he knew when he moved in with me that he was gonna eventually ask me to marry him. So honestly, this is the best case scenario. We talked after too. When we get married, we will add each other as beneficiaries on our insurance policies. And we decided there's no need to put him on my title even after we get married. I really appreciate everyone's comments on that last post. I read all of them, and most people were genuinely concerned and offered wonderful advice and support. I love this. It's so funny because, like, I completely forgot about the insurance thing toward the end. And then she brought up that they talked about it afterward. I'm like, it's crazy how small some of these issues can seem when you take a step back. Anyway, good job, OP and fiance. Hope y'all have fantastic life together with each other on each other's insurance policies. Let's hope no one dies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.